Hey everyone, it's Andrea from King of Automation, and today we'll be going through these voice AI agents that we built for a restaurant. And let's start from VAPI, which is the interface that allows us to prompt our AI agent and assign it a role. As we can see, we named it Lucia, and she works for Via Emilia restaurants in Bangkok. And we assigned her a task, which in this case is to take reservations, check for tables availability, and then collect the customer's data so that we can proceed with reserving tables and provide information about the restaurants, the menu, and anything else that she could find in our knowledge base provided by the restaurant. So here's the prompt. There's a conversation style. Obviously, we want her to be cheerful, to be professional, witty, and whatnot. Here's the knowledge base that we assigned with basically the menu and prices and any other relevant information about the chef or the restaurant itself. Just to quickly show you, here it is. So we have opening hours, type of cuisine, ambience, social media platforms, and that whole the menu here with prices and a short summary. So how does this AI agent works? Sorry, let's get back here when we can see some of the tools that we assigned. Check table availability and reserve a table. These tools are connected to our VAPI AI agent through N8, which is just one of the automation infrastructures that we can use to connect the dots between the agents and tools. This is totally feasible with make.com as well. So upon your preferences, and let's go through these tools quickly to just take a look. So the first one would be the check table availability, which is in simple terms a workflow that empowers our AI agent Lucia to check on an Airtable that we built whether there is any availability for the table requested by the customer. So she would ask for the number of guests, for the time, any specific notes, and then she would take a look at this Airtable base here that we built, restaurant management. And in this table called table availability, here we can see that for these restaurants, we have these different kind of tables named T1, T2, T3 with the time slots and the availability status, and then it will compare and check with these. It's just an easy way to handle, but it can be integrated with your CRM or any software that you're using to handle reservations for your restaurant. And then we have another workflow that is called reserve a table, which instead actually confirms the reservations. So it goes here once it has checked that there's a suitable table, and then it actually marks down a reservation on this different base here in our table, and it will show up here. And then finally, we have our last workflows, which is update our table availability. And this basically just gets triggered whenever there's a change in the reservation table, and it will make sure that it locks that timetable for these guests, so just to avoid overbooking. So for instance, if we have a reservation at 8:30 in the evening, we can set a rule that for the next 1 hour and a half or 2 hours or any amount that you would like to assign to that table, that specific table gets locked and assigned to those customers, and so that you can stay on top of your restaurant's availability. All right, so let's get back to VAPI to test this out and have a look at how it works. So here we have this little button to test and talk to the assistant. Let's give it a shot. Everything works fine.
Lucia from Via Emilia. How can I help you?
Hi there, I would like to book a table for tomorrow evening.
I'd be great. How many people will be joining you for dinner tomorrow evening?
Just two of us.
Perfect. What time would you like to reserve the table for?
Would it be possible at like 8:30 p.m.?
Let me check our availability for 2 people at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. Just a moment, please. Are you still there?
Yes. Do you have any availability?
We don't have availability at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow. However, we do have tables available at 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m., 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., and 9 p.m. Would any of these times work for you?
Yes, I think that 9 p.m. should be good.
Great choice. May I have your name and email to finalize the reservation for 2 people at 9 p.m. tomorrow?
Of course, my name is Andrea and my email is test@gmail.com.
Thanks, Andrea. Would you like to share any special requests, like dietary restrictions or a special occasion?
Yes, it's an anniversary date, and my girlfriend is vegetarian, so do you have any options for her?
Absolutely. We have lovely vegetarian dishes like our eggplant parmigiana and gnocchi sorrentina, which are both delicious options. I'll make sure our chef knows about her dietary preference for your anniversary. Now let me finalize your reservation. Just a moment, please. This'll just take a sec.
Lovely, thank you so much, Lucia.
You're very welcome, Andrea. Your reservation is confirmed for 2 people at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Happy anniversary in advance. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your evening.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
You're welcome, Andrea. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.
And that was it. So I think, as you can see, it can handle pretty much any request that is inside the knowledge base that we will provide to it beforehand. And we can also change the settings on our voice. We can clone anyone's voice, yours, someone in your team. We can use default voices like this one that is provided by 11 Labs. We can set up other parameters like ending the calls from the agent side. There's a bunch of things that can be done in order to make this as human as possible and as personalized as you could need. VAPI also allows us to analyze the call so we can get a summary, we can get anything we want based on the transcript of this call so that we can also run an evaluation process of how the agent is performing in order to iterate and improve it. We have other settings like HIPAA compliance. This is more for healthcare, for the healthcare industry. Obviously, these AI agent can be deployed for different kind of industries, just any high volume calls department in a company that you could think of. And you can also go beyond all of these and, for example, deploy quads, which are basically a team of AI voice agents that you can plug to each other, and then they would basically transfer the calls according to the client's or the lead's needs. So imagine that you have a receptionist taking a call, and then it will transfer the call to a specialist in a certain department according to the kind of inquiry that the customer is presenting to them. Obviously, you can connect your own phone numbers, you can use Twilio as well, and you can transfer the call to a human being according to any setting that you would like, according to any logic that you prefer. And the best part is that you can connect these AI voice agents to other workflows and assign them tools to have them perform pretty much any action that is supported by an API. So the use cases are infinite. This is just like a simple restaurant receptionist, but you can apply to anything. Now we want to check the results on our Airtable. So we go here and we can see that we reserved a table at 9. These were previously booked, so that's why it prompts us to select a different time slot because of unavailable status. And it also blocked the 9:30 p.m. time slot so that obviously we have time for dinner, and this was the last available time to reserve before the kitchen closes. So there is nothing else to be locked on this specific table. And if we move over to the reservation, we can see here our reservation ID, date, time, table ID, number of guests, my name, email. Obviously, you can ask for a phone as well, any kind of information that you need to confirm the reservation. You can possibly add for, I don't know, credit cards for no-show fees, whatever comes to your mind. And here are the notes that we were talking about. That's it. I hope this video was useful to better understand the capabilities of AI voice agents, and I'll see you in the next one.